So, filmmakers, how do you get over your own limiting beliefs? I've got two tips here that will hopefully help you. First one is it is definitely worth going to a good psychiatrist. It may take you a little while to find a good psychiatrist, but find a good psychiatrist, figure out whatever mental stuff you've got going on. Everybody's got something. It is definitely worth figuring that out because that can be a big, big hindrance. Anxiety and depression are a big problem. And you just don't know what's lurking around there, and a good psychiatrist can diagnose you. One day I went to a psychiatrist and I found out I have ADHD. Had no idea. I wasn't diagnosed until my mid-30s, and I had been beating my head against a wall trying to, Protestant work ethic, brute force my way through being a more productive screenwriter and not being happy with the quality of my work. And it turns out I have a major psych condition that I was fighting. My productivity is way, way better, and it's way up without stimulants. I don't take Adderall or Vyvanse or any of the stimulants. I take, there's a non-stimulant medication that doesn't give you that same drive, but addresses some of the underlying symptoms of ADHD, and that's been great for me. Also, finding a good therapist is huge, and I think for writers, it should be easier to go and seek therapy because there's such a well-established history of incredible writers using what they learn in therapy to write great things. So a good psychiatrist and a good therapist work together to improve your mental health. Highly recommended. Second tip is get a day job in the film industry because pulling back that professional curtain really gives you some perspective on the fact that nobody else is doing a perfect job. All the other people are out there sometimes doing good work, sometimes half-assing it, and somehow making a career of it. Before I started working in film, I read a bunch of screenplays, and I was writing stuff, and I was super insecure that I wasn't good enough to do this. And it wasn't until I got my first job as like an office PA, and I got to read unproduced screenplays, and I was like, oh, these are trash. And my sense of confidence just skyrocketed because I knew how bad, some of the screenplays were that ended up getting made. If your day job is not in film, it feels like it's you versus Quentin Tarantino. But in reality, when you do work in film and you do see the kind of screenplays that get people repped and the kind of work that gets produced on assignment that's not that great, it really feels more like you versus some guy you went to junior high with. Yes, there's lots of competition, but they're not nearly as good as you probably think they are. They're not.